Hi, my name is Miss McAdam and I'm the Head of Dance here at St Ivo Academy. Thank you for showing an interest in studying BTEC Level 2 Dance next year, and I'm just going to explain the details of the course to you now.
Okay, yes, so welcome to the BTEC Level 2 Dance presentation. So BTECs are vocational courses, and it just means that it is more true to real life and prepares students for careers in these particular sectors once they have left school. Provides them with the skills that they would need and the subject knowledge to go into that career. The BTEC course that we provide is equivalent to and is at the same level as one GCSE. The course is mainly marked as coursework by your teacher, and there is one externally set task which is marked by the exam board, and this is in the form of a controlled assessment. And just to reassure you that BTECs are recognised and valued by colleges, universities and employers. So to study the BTEC dance course, you would need an interest in different styles of dance, a willingness to try different things, work with kind of different groups of people or potentially on your own, try new styles of dance, just being open to different things. To be creative and dedicated, self-disciplined, especially working as a team, and as I mentioned, having an open mind. Good English skills are required because there is still some writing involved, particularly evaluating your work and analysing as well. So the first component of study is exploring the performing arts, which students will complete in year 10. This is a written unit with some practical as well, and it gives a broad understanding of the performance work and influences, looking at how practitioners create their work and the process they take from creation, developments and performance. So we look at 3 different practitioners, 3 different styles of dance, and we look at how they go about creating their work. What techniques and approaches do they use, how they work with all the other members of the team, from artistic directors, choreographers, dancers, musicians, composers, all the different roles that come into play when creating a professional performance work. So students will analyse those 3 different works. They'll present their work in written formats or presentations, but we do also explore these themes practically as well. So students will get the opportunity to do some practical work and perform as well. Component 2 is developing skills and techniques in the performing arts. So this crosses over from the end of year 10 into the start of year 11. And this is more practical and assesses the student's ability as a dancer and the technical and interpretive skills that they will need as a performer. So we choose a style of dance and we have to replicate a professional piece of repertoire in that style. And in the past, you may have seen some of these year groups perform their dances in evolution. So the students learn these pieces of repertoire. We develop their technique as well with technique classes, so it's much more practical, but there is still the written element as well, where students will be reviewing and evaluating their progress as well. Component 3, this is the externally marked task set by the exam board and is called Performing to a Brief, which students will complete towards the end of year 11. And this is a collaborative task, so students will be choreographing their dances in groups based on a stimulus or an idea that is provided by the exam board. And you can see here that the groups can range from 3 to 7 dancers. The dance must last between 10 and 15 minutes, so it was a real kind of final major piece that students will create after their 2 years of studying dance. So the performance must respond appropriately to the given stimulus and communicate their ideas clearly to an invited audience. So it will result in a final live performance, which will be recorded on camera, which is then sent off to the exam board. And to accompany that, there will be some written milestones where students will evaluate their progress and contributions to creating the group piece. So overall, there are 3 components of study over the 2 years. We have component 1, which analyses professional practitioners, the roles and responsibilities, the skills, the creative process, everything that's involved in creating a professional performance piece. Component 2, which looks at the student as a dancer and their ability in performing. And then component 3 looks at choreography. So it covers all bases of dance and are indeed skills that students would need in the performing arts sector outside of school. So this just explains the grading. It is a little different to the GCSE grading. So you can see how the level 1 and level 2 grades cross over to the GCSE numerical grades. So I hope that all makes sense. And then transferable skills. So these are the skills that we believe students will gain and develop throughout their time over the course. And again, these are all skills that are really highly valued by colleges, universities and employers, and will help prepare students for employment, whether it's in the performing arts sector or in a different sector. Students will also get opportunities to perform in our 2 annual performances. So we have Evolution, which normally happens in the November, and our Spring Showcase, which is usually March or April time. And students will be performing their exam work in these 2 shows. We try where possible to get professional companies come in and visit the students as well, which I think is really valuable for students to work with other professionals and to learn directly from them. So in the past, we've had the University of Chichester, Rhombare, Richard Alston and Georgie Gittart come and work with our students, and they've been really, really well received. We also have the charity Dance Dash as well. So over the years, we've been supporting Sport Relief and Comic Relief, where students choreograph a dance and perform it as many times as possible in one day as they can. We visit local primary schools, and we've been to St Ives and Cambridge City Centre in the past as well. So it's a really, really enjoyable project and day for our students. We've recently been leading a residential trip to London as well. So our students spend the weekend in London, and as you can see, we visit the National Theatre for a backstage tour, Dance Works and Pineapple, where the students get classes from professionals. We go to see a West End show. In the past, we've been to see the Michael Jackson production Thriller. And on our final day, we also get to do a little bit of sightseeing, so we can see our students there on the London Eye. So it's a really great day. Obviously, we get to do classes, we get a backstage tour, so it's really interesting for the students to see what goes on behind the scenes, as well as watch the professionals perform on stage as well. So it's a really, really great weekend. Students also have the opportunity to attend Rebound Dance Company, which is our extracurricular company for students in year 10 into the 6th form. And students are welcome to lead their own lunchtime club as well where possible. So once students have completed their level 2 course, they could go on to study the BTEC level 3 course, which we offer in the 6th form. They could go on to study A-level dance or other BTEC level 3 or A-level performing arts courses, and indeed into university as well. And dance can be combined with other subjects such as PE, music, drama, art, business, science, English, textiles and design. And just for your information as well, here's just a selection of the many, many universities that offer dance degree courses. And you can often mix a dance course with other courses as well, and major, minor, or do joint courses. For example, you could mix it with creative writing or business or sociology or photography or lots of other courses that you can combine dance with. So it's very flexible. And should students wish to go on to professional training, here are a selection of those vocational dance providers as well. Career-wise, there are lots of opportunities for students to go into dance that are not just dancing or teaching. They could become a dance critic or journalist and combine that with their written skills. Physiotherapists, you could go into stage management or technical production. They could film and produce and direct, edit dance films. Of course, they could go into teaching or lecturing and choreographing, costume design. They could work for a professional dance company, or they could maybe work for themselves and become a community dance practitioner. So I hope that gives you an all-round understanding of the course. If you do have any further questions, then please don't hesitate to email me and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much.